Hey guys, Adam from Bizualize here, and I'm back with another customer conversation. So today I'm here with Shaun Tucker from Healthy CEOs. So I recently worked with Shaun on understanding his purpose, vision, mission, and then uncovering his values to really get to the soul of his business. So Shaun, thanks for being with me today. I really appreciate your time.
Mate, it's a pleasure, and thank you so much for the pleasant experience that I've had over the last few weeks.
Oh, awesome. That's great. That's great. So let's I suppose we'll start off with a little bit about your business. So if you can give me just a 20-second rundown of what it is that you actually do.
So I work in the space of health and wellness, where I help high performers like yourself who maybe run their own business, they're running a side hustle or whatever. And what I do is I help them become just really, really balanced in their entire life. It's very blending the Eastern and Western philosophies together to give an all-rounded approach to their health and their well-being.
Awesome. That's brilliant. So what actually brought you to Bizualize in the first place, Shaun?
So it was actually on the back of a referral. I was working with someone at the time, and they said, "You have to talk to this guy." And it was funny because I'd had no real clue what the meeting was about. Like, we were chatting on LinkedIn, me and Adam, and okay, let's jump into meeting. Jumped on the meeting, and didn't really know what he did. I didn't know, he probably didn't know what I did at the same time. And we just had an open-hearted conversation and realized that there was an opportunity for us, to actually work together. And it so happened that it was probably one of the sort of better decisions or best decisions of the year so far. So I'm really grateful that we've met, and I'm so pumped to get into the details of that.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Thanks. Well, that's really cool. So we went through the soul discovery module where we effectively went through your existing purpose, vision, mission, and values, broke them down, and then we had a couple of sessions where we sort of we pulled out, I suppose, your inner thoughts on each of your purpose, vision, mission, and values, broke them down, crystallized them, and then put them into a single document for you, and also a business soul discovery document, which is also part of the course. So, how did you find the process that we went through?
I thought it was very, very well thought out. The plan was very intentional, and I got that as I was sort of going through the process of it, because you're asking the right questions, you give me the right set of, I suppose, homework in many ways, and delving into these aspects. And when I was working through them, it was actually pretty difficult to articulate or actually find what were the purpose, vision, and mission statements, because it came back to the story of my own life and trying to extract, well, what are the themes here, and then putting that into paper was a pretty challenging process. But end of the day, it was something that was necessary to go through to then identify what are the themes, and then what does that mean, and how can I communicate that? And that's where the genius of Adam Walsh comes in and really starts taking those pieces and putting them all together, which he has done absolutely brilliantly. So thank you, Adam.
My pleasure, Shaun. My pleasure. So I suppose the all important factor here is the outcomes. So what's been the outcome that you've experienced, as a business? How have you used those sessions and the outputs from those sessions in your business?
So first and foremost, there's one word that pops up, and it's clarity. So having clarity as to not so much how you interact with people on a daily basis, but how you actually project and communicate what you do through understanding your values and knowing your values, understanding them, and then being able to articulate and communicate that with not only your customers, but anyone. So like, this is like, I would say, first step in marketing in many ways, is really understanding what is the thing that you're trying to communicate, because unconsciously we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to communicate our businesses in such a way, and whether that's heard by your customers or not is actually up to you being good or not so good at articulating that message across. And that to me was, it was challenging to begin with, but when I understood my values and going through this process with you, Adam, it just really helped me, I guess, cement in how to communicate with anyone who asks about, what do you do? Who is Shaun Tucker and what does he do? And what is Healthy CEOs? But it's actually being able to articulate and have that heard by your ideal customer. So outcomes wise, like there have been a few people that have come up to me ever since doing that process and saying, do you do this? And I'm like, yeah, because I was able to articulate it in such a way that this is what I do. And when they hear these words, hear these values that I'm intentionally speaking now, it just kind of like procs up something in their mind saying, I need to have more of a conversation with that guy. So I can understand how he can help me. So that's been really, really profound, but also, I'm actually really excited to see what kind of results that come from all of those meetings that I booked.
Awesome. Oh, that's brilliant. So you're sort of finding now that by being able to sort of project and have robust conversations around your values, you're now starting to find people are connecting with those values because you're articulating them a lot better, and that's turning into bookings essentially.
Correct. Yeah, there's no confusion that's coming from, I guess, I'm curious about what you do, but I still don't know what you do. People like, I need that. And that's where I've, just had a number of people just come up over to me and say, hey, I want to have a more in-depth conversation about how you can help me.
Brilliant. That's unreal. That's a fantastic outcome, Shaun.
Absolutely. So thank you, mate.
Oh, my pleasure. It was an absolute pleasure working with you. It really was. So if people want to get in touch with you and find out more about what you do and work with you, what's the best way for them to get hold of you?
Best way is definitely connect on LinkedIn. So that's Healthy CEOs Shaun on LinkedIn, or just search Shaun Tucker. The other way is just, reach out, get onto my website. So that's healthyceos.com.au, and you'll find the quickest way to contact. We'll either book a call and schedule a call with me, or just find all my social handles there and send me a direct message, and we'll get in contact and see how I can help you.
Fantastic. Well, thanks again for your time, Shaun. I really appreciate you spending the last 10 minutes with me or whatever it was. And
it's a pleasure.
I definitely look forward to working with you again in the future.
Awesome, mate. And same here. Look forward to it.
Absolutely. Good on you. Thanks very much, Shaun.